it's like going to the gym. It's easy for everyone, or for me or anyone else, to actually go there and work out for 5 hours. But it's working out every day. That's the hard thing, and that should be the same approach in the sustainability part as well. It's not try to have this structure that you actually can follow. Don't do it too complicated. Don't go to the gym 5 hours and think you will keep up that. That's the same with this as well. I think I can see a lot of good actions in the sustainability wise, that they have so much visions and so much goals, and you can immediately see you can't do this. You can't do so much. Keep it simple. Keep focus on that you can do, and the thing that actually process is the one you can keep up with every day. So it's like 365 days a week. That's how we actually approach it.
Welcome to the Urbanista, where we discuss the water management challenges of Nordic cities. From safe drinking water distribution and stormwater collection to building sustainable urban living environments. Here is your host, Delphine Vesalo.
No, hey, welcome back, Urbanistas. A recurrent topic we have been discussing a lot with our guest is sustainability. How to plan and develop cities in a sustainable way. We have had already urban planners, municipality environmental officers, water utility leaders. However, the piece that we were missing was the perspective from the constructor. How to plan and actually carry out a sustainability-driven project. But today, we are filling that gap with today's guest, who has worked in the Skellefteå kommun. The city of Skellefteå in northern Sweden has actually publicly stated that they want to become the most sustainable city in Europe. Yeah, a tall order. But our guest contributed to that. So who are you and what do you do?
And thank you so much, Dolphin, for bringing me on. My name is Martin Lundholm, and I'm working at Skanska, a construction company, and I'm based in Umeå and Skellefteå in the northern part of Sweden. And my role is I'm a project engineer, and mostly focused with the sustainability and innovation, and last through projects, and then spanning of the last 4 years, I've been working with, as you said in the introduction, about this sustainability-focused projects in partnership with the Skellefteå kommun, or Skellefteå municipality, so called in English.
Thank you so much for your time, Martin. And if you could please, just as a way of introducing the topic, can you give us an overview of what is this specific project that you worked with the city of Skellefteå? What was the scope, the size of that project?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and maybe I don't know how other people are tuning in from different countries and different perspectives. So first, a short background of the Skellefteå city. It's a smaller city in the northern part of Sweden. So it's like close to the Arctic Circle. And now maybe Skellefteå is most famous for the Gigafactory, the Northvolt 1, one of the large battery producer now in the coming years. And then have been, in the explosion in this northern cities because of this Northvolt 1. And due to that, it's been so much money spending from the municipality, from the state, to try to build up a broader society around this. And due to that, Skellefteå municipality, Skellefteå kommun, have decided, okay, when we are now facing a new society, and we are having the option actually to choose what direction to go, and when we are like doubling the size of the city, let's do it sustainable. And when we have the option, and when we have the money, and we're gonna do it for now. So that's like the base case of the project background. It's from that, because of the Northvolt battery investment, and then have been the infrastructure around. It's like the story about the gold mines. It's not only the money or everything is flowing just in the mines and the gold. It's like everything around that help this mine produce, and it will be the same here with the batteries. So I'm actually the project I'm been into the last 2 years, Skellefteå Site East, and the project that got the Swedish prize for the most sustainable infrastructure project in 2021, and now we're doing a similar one. Actually, we just finished just a couple of months ago, Hammarängen Skellefteå Södra. So it's another partnership project with the Skellefteå municipality. It's actually the infrastructure around. So it's an industry logistics site helping the growth of the society and the growth of the city, and also helping with the business around the battery gigafactory Northvolt. So that's the background how actually everything happens. And one thing is maybe the project itself. I mean, the stone and the soil, maybe it's not unique, it's not the special one, but what's unique, I think, is the contract. I mean, the turnkey contract. It's partnering ECI. It's based on quality metrics. It's fixed price, and that actually, I don't know how that is in the broad terms in other countries in Europe and or in the US and following other countries. But here in Sweden, especially for us, we have never, the municipality, Skellefteå municipality, and we at Skanska have not worked so much at this kind of specific turnkey partnering ECI project contract with quality metrics, with fixed price, and it's.
Could you elaborate just for the sake of clarity? What is ECI? What does that stand for? Yeah, because I have here the technical sheet that you sent us, actually, that you presented previously in this Nordic the Green Building Council in the Nordic. Hamarangen Skellefteå Södra, 35 hectares of detailed development plan, and you say a turnkey contract, partnering quality metrics, which that would be an interesting thing to touch now. Roads, plots, water piping system, all based on BREEAM infrastructure, and this was between September 2021 and October 2023.
Yeah, exactly. And as to clarify, yeah, the ECI is, I mean, it's an early contractor involvement. That's what it stands for. We usually actually use the ECI so much, so I forgot the full name of it. So it's ECI, and then you actually forget exactly what it stands for. But it's early contractor involvement, and that's what actually is so unique, because usually, I mean, the municipality or the state or they just, I mean, this is what you're gonna do, and then it's the lowest bid can do the work. But this is unique because of this early contractor involvement, that we together with the municipality, like, they were so, I mean, courage in that sense. They like, we want to do this, but we don't know exactly how we want to do it with this procurement and evaluation. Help us, give us options, or help us, how should we actually state this early contract involvement. So that was really
so
from
you
the beginning.
started collaborating, you as a constructor, of course, but you started collaborating with them since the very initial stages of the planning, together with whoever was the planning, the urban design firm. So
exactly. So we at Skanska, we were like there from the first day. We got the first email from one of the people, one of the starters from Skellefteå municipality, giving us this email, and from that on, Skanska were one of the companies. It wasn't us, maybe because they haven't chosen us there in the beginning, but we were one of them that actually collaborated to this procurement and evaluation. Like, we want this to be like this, and this should be really good if you can evaluate this kind of, not only going for the money or the lowest bid or the price, use quality metrics and this and this and this, and value other things that have been, I mean, Skanska have been involved in that in the beginning. So that's one of the actually really fun part of it, that we have been from the first day, so to speak.
So, but really, actually, this partnership as a true partnership, like participating together in workshops to fine-tune the whole scope. So that's what I was interested. If was there any other design firm, or you did everything from pretty much covering everything from the design phase?
Exactly hard to say exactly how much we contributed compared to all the others, because we were one of the companies in the beginning to helping this procurement and evaluation form. So it's actually came up with exactly this early contractor involvement, how it looks like. But we were one of the companies, and actually, and when we Skellefteå Site East was the first one, the first project, and then the project I'm actually at the moment, it's Hamarangen Skellefteå South. It's the second one, and have been taken all the good things from the first project and try to do it even better in this one. And just to clarify, what actually, I mean, what does this early contract involvement mean in case of procurement and evaluation? one of the criteria or quality metrics was organization and ability. Another was like how to contribute to the Skellefteå's sustainable community development, and the third one is like a partner. So that's like 3 main focus in the quality metrics. What the municipality wanted to see in us as a contractor or construction company. Like, okay, first, one, the organization. What kind of people are gonna build this the sustainable future? How will the company or the construction company together with the municipality, how will they create this sustainable project? And then how they actually collaborate. I mean, the collaboration between, in our sense, Skanska and Skellefteå municipality as a partner. So that's actually how we were qualified or evaluated based on these 3 metrics. And obviously we were picked as the winner and got both of these projects in the last 4 years. So obviously we did something right in this, both the sustainability part, but also the organization, the people, me and my colleagues, and also partnering with the collaboration with the municipality. So that's really the foundation in this sustainable project, and I think it's going to be a key in the future. How can we reach all our climate goals, both in Sweden but in entire Europe and in the world? We need to work together, and we as a construction company don't have all the solutions, and the municipalities don't have all the solutions. So we need to work together, and I think that's this procurement and evaluation, this kind of turnkey contract is one of the key factors, one of the foundations that actually bring all these companies together so they actually can do the best thing for the project in a sustainable way.
This is a clear example of what collaboration can bring. As you said, early engagement with all the stakeholders, with the constructor, participating in the design phase as well, and all sourcing materials. I believe because I got also the slide that you presented in the webinar from the Green Building Council. That maybe we can put it on the show notes as well. From partnering workshop, sustainability program, sustainability action plan. So concrete things that who has to do what and when. Actions during the design and the construction, and finally, the ongoing follow-up, all the documentation of the completed activities. And actually, you were mentioning some quality metrics. And I'm reading also here, besides the quality metrics, the energy monitoring.
Yeah.
Can you talk about more of that?
Yeah, of course. And I can follow up on what you actually said in the beginning. That's like one of the structure you are from the presentation. This structural sustainability is actually one of the key factors, and one of the things or methods we work with that actually got us these projects because of the structural sustainability plan, from the partnership workshop to the sustainability program. This is what we actually presented when we got both Skellefteå Site East and also Hammaren and Skellefteå Södra. Not only solutions, because like solution we will together with you, the Skellefteå municipality, we will come up with the best solution. But as with us, Skanska, we will bring this structural sustainability, and we will work like this, and we think that this is a good option, and if we work together with you in this structure, we will find a solution. We don't know exactly the solution for this project now in the coming years, but that's what we actually follow up with, the sustainability program, sustainability action plan, and also like follow up and the documentation of the complete activities. That's actually the base structure in our presentation, also how we actually work at Skanska. Sorry, what was your question?
Because I'm trying to follow up. I mean, we can deep dive in each one of these steps of the whole structural sustainability chain, and because that is one thing. And part of the presentation I'm bringing here is also the energy monitoring while you were building. So, and actually there's quite super detailed reporting on that.
I can elaborate about engineer monitoring and actually how it came up. And the first, as I said, the Skellefteå Site East project, we got the prize for the most sustainable infrastructure project in Sweden 2021, and we had the best site office at site. but then in the end, we thought everything was good because we were award-winning project. We think we did everything right, or pretty good at least. But then we started to do more in the end. In the end of the project, start to elaborate a little bit more, and took a camera in this side office to see where is the leakage of all the heat or electricity, and then we compare. It was my colleague Emma. She actually, the key factor here was that she plotted in the same diagram, in the same graph, both from the electric crushing. We were as I know, one of the first projects to actually do energy crossing, electric crushing, rock crushing at a site, not like on the mine or something, but actually at the project with electricity. And when we did this energy monitoring in the same graph with the energy or the electric rock crushing, we saw like, okay, so much. It was so large amount, the energy monitoring from the site office, so much leakage from electricity in the site office. And when we compare that to the electric rock crusher, that was actually what made our eyes pop up, and all our colleagues and Skellefteå municipality as well, because we were, as I said, award-winning company or award-winning project, and we think it was. I mean, it's really hard to say how much is this. This is so many kilowatts from a project or a site office. We were thinking everything was really good, but then when you compared to the electricity from the rock crushing, we see that it's so much more we can do, and that's actually the step one in this energy monitoring. Now in this project, I'm actually at the moment right now at Hammar and Skellefteå South.
And actually, just to give a bit of context of this, because I have here the stats from this electric rock crushing, we are talking about something between 40 to 50,000 tons of material, the electric driven pre-crush, less than or below 650, I guess it's amperes, or I guess post-crushing, circa 10,000 tons. So, and I guess this is the overall result. Circa around 40 to 60 tons of CO2 reduction. So that is one of the key milestones, I guess, the CO2 reduction.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the numbers you're actually putting is the Hammar and Skellefteå South, so the project number 2, so to speak. And that's actually the second one. And then it's actually the first one. Just when we're not talking about energy monitoring, we're only talking about electric crushing. It's like 10 times more in the first project. So it's like if you 10 times everything, it was not only 45, it was like 450,000 tons in the project now, the number one with the tons of rock crushing. But that actually, the context from that is actually how it led to this energy monitoring more focused way, because as I said, we were thinking we did everything good because we were having the best site office buildings as you could find, but still it was leakage. And then we did some, extra isolation. We did this with the camera to find the leakage, and then we did some really good solution with that. And then the diagram you can see, or the graph you can see there in the presentation, exactly how it's almost half. It's 44% saving from in this project number 2 compared to the project number 1. And this is 2 sustainable project. One of both these projects is one of the most sustainable infrastructure projects in Sweden, and the second one is actually saving 44% energy compared to the first one. So that's actually, it's even bigger. It's not compared to a regular one. It's actually how much we saved from project 1 to project 2.
Exactly, from both projects already with a strong sustainability driver, and the second was even better compared to, but let alone a normal, so-called, quote unquote, normal project. So this has been really a big milestone.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see, and fantastic to see that, and it's been fantastic to do this energy monitoring and evaluate that and see if it actually get results, because we got our face blown when we see how much electricity actually came from this site site office buildings compared to the rock crusher. And as I said, the numbers have been high before, and people haven't like thought about it so much because it's what it is. But then when you put this in the same graph, we see like, oh, this is so much rock that have been crushed into this electric machine, and it's the same as this site office. It can't be. We need to do it so much better with the site office because of that. Because when we got something else to compare with, we actually see we can find more methods or solutions to be even better.
All these outcomes, of course, the carbon footprint reduction, all the specific things, as in all sustainability projects, okay, we need to properly document them. It needs to be certified, or otherwise, well, it doesn't become real, or very easily the whole narrative becomes into or falls into the famous greenwashing. So what can you tell us about the documentation of all this project, where all these things got put in black and white, or what is that process for you?
Yeah, and in this project, I mean, project number 2, Mariia Andriushenkova South, it's actually a BREEAM infrastructure, formerly called SQL. So it's actually a verification scheme. So it's actually one of the structures we got there because of the certification or the verification progress of that. And yeah, it's a lot of documentation and follow up with that. But I think actually I recorded a small video here 2 weeks ago for internal at Skanska, like what did we learn about this BREEAM infrastructure, and what can we bring to all other projects, not only because most of the construction companies and most of the projects we have at Skanska as well is not SQL or BREEAM infrastructure project, but still, how can we use this structural sustainability even in all other small projects, because we need to do it together, and it's like all the projects together that can bring us to all the goals with the climate. And the key factor is actually the slides that we have already talked about. This slide showing us the structural sustainability, like the first phase with a parting workshop, that we actually set the rules together with the client. In this case, Skellefteå municipality. This is like the play of rules in this project, and then you take the sustainability program. This is the sustainability program. This is the rules. This is the edges. This is what we're gonna focus on in this project, and then this is the rules. And then you don't touch these documents. It's like everyone is signing this document. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna focus on 3 things. We have been focused on social sustainability, climate, and also, ecology or biological ecology side.
Actually, because looking at the framework, that I understand there's the structural sustainability framework that you have at Skanska, which considers climate, biodiversity, social sustainability, and innovations. Actually, that's and learning actually, like, as the backbone, learning. So, but all these, as you said, were clearly agreed and signed, kind of strictly signed. So this is what we are agreeing, and this is not going to change. But this is not that common. So in other projects that you may have participated, that's not exactly the way the traditional quote-unquote way of working. So what did what did they do differently? So was this approach of open-mindedness and willing to collaborate, or how you would explain it?
And totally, and I like the key there in the beginning with the workshop, that we together with the client work together to find this. It's not like this is I don't think that's the right choice, or if the client, this is the rules, or this is what you're gonna do, or the construction do the same. It's like, now we are together with the client, sitting in the same room, do this workshop, and then together work this sustainability program that we together set the rules. Like, this is what we're going to do. This is the 3 focus areas with the biodiversity, the climate, the social sustainability, and that's actually what we assign. And then in the project, we work more with that. We link that to a program called Sustainability Action Plan. That's actually it's actually a simple Excel file with all the activities, all the actions during both design phase and the construction phase. We actually follow up and give the responsibility, like me, Martin, I'm responsible for electric rock crushing, or this and this and this, and you, Delphine, is responsible for this and this and this, and then that's how we actually structure this sustainability work from the workshop all the way to all the action that have been done.
So there are actual specific people, specific persons who are accountable for a sustainability item or measure to deliver.
Yes, so exactly from the workshop and the sustainability based program is actually only what we signed together, like in the broader terms. Like this is 3 areas, but underneath the climate we have a lot of actions, and underneath the biodiversity we have a lot of actions, and underneath the social sustainability part is also a lot of actions, and each of these action is a line in the structure wise, and then we have this is an action, and then it's actually having a name. So this is you're responsible for doing this, you are responsible of this biofuel, or you are responsible for the electric rock crushing, or you are responsible for this this plants, or this kind of um, hot water or stormwater ponds we're gonna design in this case. You are responsible for that. So that's actually I think
So
that's the way of going.
Exactly. Starting from this framework that you said, that biodiversity. So what is the desired outcome and the specific sustainability measurement that we want? This person is assigned, and that is super detailed follow up. I mean, a way of super detailed way to follow up things. But this something new that you did, or I don't know, from outside, if you want, I would say that this should be the normal way to do it.
Yeah, I
But what
agree.
you are saying is that this not always the case.
I agree, and as I said, it's a really simple. It's a simple way. It's most focus on the structural sustainability, not on the solution. We focus more of like this is the method we are working in, and in projects and in the follow-up project, the solutions, exactly solution for different projects will differ. But if we have the structure, like this is how we work. We are having this workshop, and then we having these themes, and underneath we have actions. We don't know in the beginning what kind of action we have, but we have this structure, and also keeping that in like a simple Excel file or whatever you're structuring doing, and then together in the working during the workshop and also following up during the project, we are like putting the all the activities and it's in the same file, so everyone can actually go through that document and also to see the names, like this is my responsibility or your responsibility. So and I thought it was even more common, because in my way or my opinion it's a pretty simple way going from a workshop to like an activity list or so action list, something. It's not rocket science. It's pretty simple actually. But when we have this verification meeting with Bream Infrastructure now in a couple of weeks ago, the verifiers actually said that, I mean, this document we had, we call it Sustainability Action Plan. It's one of the best one he have been seeing the last 10 years. And then he worked full time at BRE, working with the sustainability project, just how we actually from the workshop follow up the structure to the activity list, and then you can follow. And we have color system as well. So red means that it's actually not relevant to the project, or green is like, oh, we have done this action, and yellow is like it's ongoing now. So it's a lot of action as well that we didn't do. So it's more of the kind of this collaboration. That's it. You can put your own. Everyone is open to put their own activities. Like I want to do this. I want to have solar panels on the site office. No, put it there. Put it there as an action. Put yourself as the name. So if you're gonna do it, or if you put another names and work together with that. And sometimes the action didn't work, or sometimes it did. So we had 201 actions in this. And during the last project, 201, and we did 176. I usually try to describe that if we have reached all the targets or have did all the actions, we have put the bar too low. We need to have a lot of action that we actually didn't achieve. That's right, in my opinion, actually, how you should do it. You have to need to put so many activities, and so future ones that you actually can't reach.
As you
everyone.
said, it's not really rocket science. That's exactly the expression I was going to use. It's not rocket science. It's a simple spreadsheet that everybody could have, but it's having the discipline and the structural thinking. So let's put this all together. And now that you mentioned you had 201 items or actions, but you didn't achieve or you didn't complete all of them, you had around half. So two things I'm seeing here. One thing is, okay, drop the action or the thing that you want to get, the solar panel and whatnot, and let's let's try, let's go with it. It's like an iterative process. I mean, if it works, great, we carry on. If it doesn't work, well, hey, it doesn't work, and well, nobody gets mad. But that is neither the standard way of working. Not knowing where you go, that
Exactly.
uncertainty was not kind of a pain point at some point for the municipality themselves.
And also, if you get all the actions and activities, all the suggestions in one, the spreadsheet, actually you can use that for in the future for a coming project, because we did the same in the first project, Skellefteå ITs, and there we have a list of, in the end, when we finished the project, we got 49 actions, and we managed to do 41 of them. And then we have this list, and we have, 8 of them we didn't do, and a couple of these 8 from the first project we actually put in now our new project as this list activities, and a couple of them we did in this project. So actually, if you have the focus and you do that in all of the project, you can actually, sometimes it, as I said, it's not relevant, or it didn't work in this project because of this or because of that. But
talk about a bit more, if you want, a couple of examples. I don't know, these items that you drop because, well, what was, I don't know if you have a couple of examples, why you drop it, what was the main reason, not feasible, not economical, not really immediate impact, or what was the criteria to drop some of those?
Exactly. Some of them could be the economic reason, like the solar panels, for example, is one of the, because we have green energy from Skellefteå Power, and when we did some calculation, we see that this is not sufficient, because it's mostly actually a cost. It's mostly cost-wise. We already get this green energy from the Skellefteå Power, and instead we can focus, because then we see, okay, this is, we are only saving this amount of carbon dioxide, or this is what we save for the climate, but this is how much we spend on money. Instead of, we use this money and we do other things. We did more social sustainability action. We did more biodiversity. We bought more, trees, for example. We have this biochar in all the tree plantings. We did more biodiversity walls for insects, and we sometimes we need to pick. We don't have so much money that we can do everything, but sometimes it's economic wise that this is mostly economic cost, and it doesn't give us so much in climate wise or
Was there
sustainability.
another criteria rather than the economic factor? Which other criteria you may use to drop some of those, or to not to do some of those actions?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the standard wise. One is the economic, and also the biodiversity, and also the climate wise. So we elaborate all of this one when we have an action, and then we can another sometimes, for a couple of them that we actually couldn't do in the first project, Skellefteå ITs, is because of the space. For example, we didn't have enough space for doing this kind of walls, or we didn't have enough space for doing this and that could be an action that we actually could do here, because now we have like more space between the roads and the plots, where we were able to put these walls between the trees, so we can create these biodiversity walls for the organisms, for the insects. So some of the action could actually be just that, because sometimes it's not relevant, or because of the money, or sometimes it's because of the space. We didn't have enough space in this project. We keep it in the structure, and then we can use it maybe in the next project. So that's actually how I think it's really fun, that we can actually come up with suggestions as well, and then we try to evaluate them, and then we can see it. Oh, it wasn't relevant here, but actually it's not a loss. It's not like we fail because we didn't reach 201 or 201, because we didn't reach 176 of 201, and you can see the process from 49 actions in Skellefteå ITs, then we did 41. Now we are like 5 times more suggestions. Now it's 201, and we reached 176. So we get some more actions done, but also we suggesting more.
This is the attitude, or should I say, the mindset of, well, this specific thing may not have reached the desired outcome, but anyway, it's a good outcome. We are not failing really. So if we didn't achieve exactly everything we want, okay, but anyway, you keep moving. So this type of growth mindset, should I say it, that doesn't seem to be that common amongst constructors.
I usually say the Mundo mindset, the best, one of the best athletes in the world, Armand Duplantis, the pole guy in Sweden. He actually like the world's best pole jumper, and he's like all the in the Olympics and in the World Cup. He's actually tried to higher bar. Now it's the world record is I think 6:21, but sometimes he failed a couple of times on the new level. And that's the same with us. We need to put the bar higher, try to jump there, and in a couple of attempts we may reach it. But maybe not the first one, but we shouldn't be afraid to jump.
And not should be afraid to there to some stones in the way that makes it difficult or makes looks like we are failing. But yeah, just carry on for the next one. And actually, so after these two projects that we have been discussing, what is next? Is there something? I mean, is specifically in the same Skellefteå city, or is there what other things you aim to have in terms of this type of projects?
I can't talk for Skellefteå municipality. I can more talk about Skanska because I'm mainly involved in Skanska wise, and we have been really well documented, and we've been on the website and all the Skanska LinkedIn for a couple of times, and we've been a lot of people at Skanska have been seeing us as these two projects. We are one of the most well-seen infrastructure project in Sweden. So we have been having a lot of eyes on us the last years. And I think the next step is not, now these two projects is like really, top projects. The next step is to get this broader. Maybe not all the projects. We are, thousands of projects in Skanska, for example, Skanska Sweden, and all our colleagues and clients from the other companies are also having a couple of hundreds or thousands of projects. The next step is to broaden this. Now we have these two really high focus sustainability projects that have done a lot and have been really successful, but all of the project can't do everything. We can't have only like focus like really top projects. So the next step is to try to like see what was the key factors in this project, so they can actually achieve so much that they did, and try to take the key factors from them. So it's like maybe it doesn't need to be like a couple of more top projects as these two ones. It could be 100 okay plus or really good sustainability project. It's more of that. That's the next step. Trying to hire the baseline for the common projects. Not, now it's like the baseline in the world, in the construction, also Skanska are having like a different baseline, and then we have
to raise the bar. Quite literally, exactly. In the analogy that you were putting together in the pole jump, of course, literally is to raise the bar.
Instead of low, and now we have focus of a couple of top projects to show that this is possible. We at for example, Skellefteå site is the first one. We reached 75% climate saving or carbon saving, and that's the goal for example in Sweden and for Skanska for 2040. So it's 2040. So it's in the future we are reaching the goals already now with the technology we have now. So we show that these two projects have shown that the infrastructure project today can actually achieve so much. So shouldn't be an excuse to do something in the future or next 10 years or 5 years. You can do it now. We can see we have this reference project. This is the level you can actually reach now. And with that, we can help and look at these projects to try to higher the bar, or actually more. Should be hundreds and hundreds of projects being 10% or 15% better. That's what I'm actually focusing on now. Compare having a couple of one that's actually really, really top. It's better to have many projects that actually reach 10% or 20 or 30% more sustainability action plans.
So there you go. We have been going through, as some sort of summary, all this couple of projects that you participated in. So having a really structured approach, early involvement of in the project, even the planning phase, and going through a very structured way of working, documenting, and as we said, no rocket science, as simple as a spreadsheet can do a great job, and assigning responsibilities clearly with a clear metric of clear sustainability metric for each one of these persons, and not being afraid of dropping things or apparently failing. This growth mindset, and if I can summarize it, so that's what I'm saying. This has been the the key for the success of these two projects. Anything else that you would like to add?
No, I think you summarized it really good. And actually, I think if I just try to sum it up from my side as well, I think the foundation is the collaboration that the construction companies, the clients together can see, like, okay, we at Skanska, we don't know anything. We don't know everything. Skellefteå municipality don't know everything. But if we work together, they have their specialities. The consultants are having the geotechnical or mechanical engineers have their expertise, and we at Skanska having ours. But we work together, and the turnkey contract with this quality metric that we actually can have the partnership. It's actually fostering that. That's the foundation. It's one of the key contracts to actually get more sustainable project. If we're having the right contract that we can work together, then we can work together with the ideas. And if you work together, and if you do that in the structured way, it shouldn't be focusing to do it so much complicated. Use the format you used to work with it. If that's in Excel or PowerPoint or in Word, use the structure you are working with and having this structure. It's actually more of doing it. It's like going to the gym. It's easy for everyone, or for me or anyone else, to actually go there and work out for 5 hours. But it's working out every day. That's the hard thing, and that should be the same approach in the sustainability part as well. It's not try to have this structure that you actually can follow. Don't do it too complicated. Don't go to the gym 5 hours and think you will keep up that. That's the same with this as well. I think I can see a lot of good actions in the sustainability wise, that they have so much visions and so much goals, and you can immediately see you can't do this. You can't do so much. Keep it simple. Keep focus on that you can do, and the thing that actually process is the one you can keep up with the every day. So it's like 365 days a week. That's how we actually approach it. So that's my final words.
Consistency,
Exactly.
I guess, and keeping it simple. Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna go 5 hours to the gym, but every day. But that's it. Martin, thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for sharing all the wisdom around this project.
No problem. I'm so thankful to be here. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, Urbanistas, for listening today, and see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Urbanista podcast, a production of Uponor Infra, the leader in sustainable infrastructure solutions. If you found it interesting, why don't you share it with your colleagues? We all together can move our industry forward.